Welcome to Gun Freedom Radio, where we engage, we educate, and we inform. I am your host, Cheryl Todd, and we are brought to you by azfirearms.com, the biggest little gun shop in Arizona. And I am so excited to be here today with Miss Shelley Leader-Hill of the Complete Combatant. And we wanted to talk with Shelley today about empowering women in multiple ways, not just with firearms training, but in so many other kinds of training. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you?
Wonderful. Now you're sitting over there in Atlanta, Georgia, and you're probably sweltering in the humidity of the summer months since we're almost in July now, right?
Absolutely. It took about $10 worth of product to keep this from doing this, to bring it down a bit. So yeah, because
it's doing its job. The product is doing its job. Now here in Arizona, where I'm sitting, it's just hot. There's no humidity. It's just hot. And so yeah, where you're worried about poof, I'm like,
yeah, you're that down. That's funny.
Anyway, well, we're so excited. We've had the wonderful opportunity of talking with your husband,
right,
Brian Hill, and he even helped me write a blog a while back about incorporating fitness with your firearms training.
Right on.
But we actually get a chance to talk to, they say, do you want to talk to the man in charge or the woman who knows what's going on?
We share it. We're pretty equal on that one.
No, that's good. That's good. And I do believe that because he is awesome. He's amazing.
Awesome.
And he was such a great interview. But so tell us what's been going on with you. You hosted a really cool event just recently. It was just after the NRA meetings were held in Atlanta, Georgia. Tell us about that.
Well, that one actually, kudos to you. If you recall, the first time we actually met face-to-face was in January out there at SHOT Show.
Yes, and in Las Vegas.
Yep, that's right, Vegas, baby. So we won't tell any other stories because obviously what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. No, I'm kidding.
Except for this event, apparently. So.
Exactly. But no, you actually were the one that invited me to the meet and mingle, or whatever they called it, meet and greet there. And I love the concept of it. And I thought, you know what, let's see if we can do something in these southern states. And here we are. We did the first one in May. Very successful, had the cap at 50 ladies, and I think we ended up with like 46 or 47.
Nice.
Yep, ladies that were all firearms related, self-defense related in the industries. In the industry, and it was a fantastic first showing there. I mean, people were just from all walks of life, if you want to call it, from clubs to geez, where do I even go with that? Different clubs, different industry ladies that could be with Glock or could be with Green Force Tactical or whatever. It's just all different walks of life, all in the same room for several hours talking about life experiences and sharing the training and stuff. It was a great experience. We loved it.
And that's so powerful when you're able to bring people together that have different specialties, something that they're passionate about or something that they're an expert in.
Yeah.
And they get together with someone else that they may have never had any other opportunity other than maybe Facebook friending one another to share ideas. And it's amazing how sometimes those relationships, end up synergistically, impacting their own lives and the lives of those that they then touch. Like with you and your husband, with the Complete Combatant and all the women that you are training and teaching. I'm sure there are things that you gleaned from the people that you brought together in that room that you just wouldn't have had the same opportunity if it was just kind of I am going to like your Facebook page and, we're going to,
Right. I'm still kind of working out the full goal of this. I mean, I know that we want to do it longer. And have guest speakers and put an educational side to it. So it's not just a mingle where we kind of are free for all, but there'd be a purpose of learning and educating. So, we're going towards that one. One of the things that I thought was super interesting is, I already mentioned a couple, but I'm going to throw out a few things that I've heard back from some of the ladies from this last meet and mingle.
please.
Yeah, it was just interesting that use my notes here. So Ashley over at Green Force Tactical, she did something cool. She brought a bunch of different holsters that they do, the Kydex holsters, and different colors and different styles and blah blah blah. And she asked for these roughly 50 ladies to I don't know, take a poll, if you want to call it, on what they liked as far as colors go, which I thought was interesting because she was able to, right? So she was able to in that few hour time, get 50 different ladies' opinions on different colored holsters that they are going to showcase for the summer, all in one fell swoop. I mean, how smart was that? Right? So that was
research right there.
Right there.
The price of admission.
Yeah, boom. And then clubs like Lady Sharpshooters, A Girl and a Gun, Well-Armed Woman. They were all there and different types of, representing their clubs. And they talked to each other and were sharing ideas. And I thought, okay, never saw, foresee that. Yeah. Another one was Erin over there with the Operation Blazing Sword. Mm-hmm. She made a bunch of different contacts. And the last time that I spoke with her, she was telling me that she's now got 1 or 2 sponsors that were cash sponsors for some of the projects that they've got going on. So boom, that happened.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, another one. There's 4 or 5 different ladies that won raffles. That these raffles were donated from Eyes on the Target Radio and Polite Society podcast. So they're going to be interviewed regarding their biz, their goals, what they hope to impact the community with their own, like I said, personal companies. So what an interesting turn for that one. That it really turned out really, really super cool.
Well, I know that they appreciate the opportunity to get together and not only talk to each other, but then therefore take whatever, especially when you're in an opportunity like what I have with the radio show and these podcasts we're doing, and Amanda Suffolk of Eye on the Target Radio and the Polite Society, because then they can take what happened in that room and expand it to a wider audience, right? And then you're touching countless different people and opening eyes and offering opportunities for people to learn something new. It's incredible. Thank you so much for putting all that effort into doing that. Yeah. And then we sent you some swag, so that was kind of fun. Our big green tote bags with our logos on them.
That was actually one of the faves, to be honest with you. All the ladies that walked in, and there was 50 of these fantastic tote bags, and they weren't the little cheapo ones. You sent the ones
they're big, right?
On the side for cell phone and stuff like that, and the ladies were like, "This is great." So
we were thinking, you're going to probably picture that we're sending these little tote bags, and
I did
monsters, and you're going to go, "What is happening?" So I'm glad that you liked them.
Yeah, they were a big hit. Thank you.
Getting back to what you and Brian do at the Complete Combatant. Sure. Now, you offer some classes that are women only, but not all of your classes.
Well, that's correct. Yeah, there's 3 classes that we offer that would be for women only, and they're or mixed. I mean, once again, it's just we would offer it for women only if asked. One is the proactive mindset. That one there is a class that's covering the nature of predators and violence. How to deal with your response to the violent encounters. It's a well-rounded class. We talk about current events, obviously mindset for both men and women, or if it's a women-only class. But we'll discuss, critical thinking, deselection, and just making decisions in advance, intuition, thinking ahead, all these wonderful things. Then we actually close with understanding the law of self-defense. Thank you, Andrew Bronca, for that. Thank you.
And that is so important because
it is.
That's that afterthought that it's like, okay, now it's too late to pre-plan.
That's it. So let's
self-defense attorney in my life.
That's it. Yep. So we've got that one. Then we've got something that's called close quarter decisions. Once again, this could be a mixed class, or this one could be women only. And this one here is you've already made the decision to go to your gun, but now what? Right? What do you do from that? How do you separate from an attacker? What happens when you go to the ground? How do you earn space to get away from that situation and then make a decision? We're going to have to go to the gun, or just run. Just run, once you've made the space. So it's all about retention, disarming techniques, how to draw your weapon in different positions. You know, I mean, if you're in a car, ground, you know, whatever. So it talks, it's all about you've made the decision to do that. And now we need to figure out what to do from that point on. And then we've got the, you know, of course, close quarter contact. And then you've got your scenarios based on that. So that one there. And then the last one is the newest one, personal performance. And that one's super cool. That's going to be live fire. And that is the defensive pistol from NRA class. And it's going to be taught by Claude Warner, which is the tactical professor, and Brian Hill. And it's yes, it's about marksmanship, right? That's fun. Marksmanship, accuracy, all that type of stuff, and earning the first 3 patches. Or rockers, I guess you'd want to call it, through that NRA defensive pistol one. So once again, it's just learning to make those goals of your marksmanship goals or your accuracy goals. So it's a starter class. So those are the 3 that we offer that would be women only.
So just real quick, and we'll do it again at the end of our talk, but tell folks, because they're probably already like, okay, I'm over on the side of my computer. I want to look up the Complete Combatant. I want to know more about these. How do they do that?
You can just go to the CompleteCombatant.com, which would be obviously www.the complete COMPLETE combatant COMBATANT.com. And everything that I'm talking about, guys, is right there. I mean, it's a great website, so you can find everything that that we're discussing on there.
Now, I follow the Complete Combatant on Instagram, and you guys are great about putting up, those one little, I think they're 59 seconds they allow you on Instagram videos, and just even those are wonderful because it keeps it in my mind that I have to have situational awareness. Yeah. So imagine I'm walking through the parking lot already not paying attention because I'm looking at my phone, checking out Instagram. And then the Complete Combatant Instagram comes up, and I'm like, oh, yes, I'm supposed to not be looking at my phone.
I should be looking up to see who's around me within 3 to 4 feet.
Exactly. I love it. And now you yourself are not an instructor.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, you wear many hats. You play many roles at the Complete Combatant, but I don't get to, show up in Georgia and say, okay, teach me now, Shelley. No, but you hire amazing people, and Brian is amazing.
Exactly. We've got a fantastic team. I'm kind of, what do you want to call it? My husband has named me the Indispensable Organizational Wizard. So we just leave it at that. But no, I'm certainly not a coach in any way, and I'm not a public speaker in any way. Certainly not a video commentator, which we've got 2 videos coming up, like John of Active Self-Protection. I'm just sitting here gabbing with you, and just going to show you a few videos and work my way through it, and just kind of give you an idea of what's out there as far as training. And you can train with us or find someone closer to home. It's whatever, guys. Just do the work. So I'm excited.
I think that's wonderful. So, Dan and I, we own azfirearms.com, and I don't know the equipment, and I don't even try to pretend like I know the equipment, but I hire great people who do. And so I don't have an amazing title quite like yours, but I'm going to talk to my husband about that.
Yeah, you need one.
I want
for sure.
Title like that. All right. So you set up the video that I'm going to cue.
Okay. Getting my notes back here again. So we're going to do the video 1. And this one here is going to be with 2 ladies, and it was just this past weekend. And what they're working on is called underhooks, and it's underhooks with a tie. So what that means is they're tying up the bad guy as best they can with their own hands, arms. So the bad guy does not have the ability to draw their weapon. You'll also see that one of the ladies is using their head, which she's going to actually put her head in the bad guy, which is another woman, head and neck area, and that's going to give her positional control is what it's called, or throw her off balance, which that's going to help. And then she's going to sneak under the armpit and take the back. And the reason you take the back is because, once again, you're controlling hands again, and you can make a decision to get the heck out of there. So that's the first one that you're going to see.
Well, and I'm trying to make it happen here.
Okay.
And of course I'm having Oh, maybe that's going to do it.
Something's on my end. So.
Do you see something on your end?
I see a beautiful, beautiful lake. There we go. I'll be quiet now.
You can see that.
I can see that, yeah, if I look to my other screen.
So I'm going to say...
Now I can't.
Now you can't. Sorry. You know, it always works in rehearsal, right?
Yeah, right.
So let's go back here. It's supposed to be smoother than this. We'll get there.
That's all right. Once again, we'll muddle through.
There it is.
Okay.
Okay, so, and you can see it?
I can. Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is the shorter of the two, and that's the one we're playing now?
Yep.
Okay.
At this point, I control the weapon.
Yep, that's it. Sorry. No, it's perfect.
Okay, so that's what you were just describing very well, by the way.
Yep, that's it. So once again, you can go to our Facebook or YouTube, and these videos will be posted. I waited until we were done with this interview with you, but the second we're done, I'll go ahead and post it on YouTube. So anybody that wants to check it out, they certainly can for these two videos. But once again, what they're doing is she's going around and she's controlling the hips with one arm. She's controlling the arm. The bad guy arm with her hand, so we've got a little movement, and then she's taking her head and throwing off balance. When that happens, she's able to get around and control those arms so they can't get to their weapons. And then once again, it's all about making the decision to live, to get out of there.
A certain level of physical fitness in order to do these maneuvers?
Absolutely not. These are both first-time ladies. Absolutely. You know, one of them may be working out more, one of them less. It doesn't matter. This is just basic stuff that we work through, and you know, it's all nuggets. You know, where you get somebody that this may stick for them, or this may not, but something else will. So it's just some basics. And once again, I'm not a coach. I'm just explaining it as the best of my knowledge and what I see through these classes. But that's pretty basic, actually, to be able to take someone's back. I mean, you can remember that stuff.
So the second video, tell us what this one's going to be about.
The second video I really like. This is a student. Once again, this was last weekend, and I just picked women, you know, because that's what we're talking about today. But this is a class for both men and women. Mm-hmm. But this one here, her scenario is that this was her husband, which it's not, but this was her husband laying on the ground, and that he was in a car wreck, and she's come upon this or whatever just to get that adrenaline going. Mm. So we've told her that he's in a car wreck, and we give him 30 seconds to deploy a tourniquet, but the tourniquet is being carried in a Filster flat pack, which they are fantastic. Has sent us a bunch of those several months ago, so we've been field testing them. Love them. So anyway, so she has to deploy her tourniquet, which would be a cat or a soft T, and then get down there, and then within 30 seconds be able to put the tourniquet on a proper placement, which would be as high up above the injury as far as you can go, and then strap that baby down and call 911. That's all we need them to know in this particular class. So this is her first time doing any of this, so you play it when you're ready.
Very good. All right, so this one should be queued up already. Can you see it?
Yep.
Excuse me, your husband was just in a car wreck? Hey, find it? Good job. Excellent. Talk to him. Hey, you okay? There you go. Talk to him. Hey. Good job. Don't worry, I'm here. 20 seconds in, you're doing fantastic. You're doing fantastic. Not on top. That's it. So fix it. Make sure that T is on top so you can see it. So you're going to move it around. This is your first time. No worries. Okay. No worries. Get it to where you're working it. 1, 2. That flat pack was gorgeous for you. We're going to act like you've tightened it down. Okay. Now what would you do now? Call 911. Got it. Go ahead and go for it. How's your husband doing? Is he still with us? 911. My husband's down. He has an injury. I have a tourniquet on his shoulder. My address is 1075. Where are you at? Okay. You got it. It's wonderful.
Wow.
That's it.
Gosh, I could feel myself like having an emotional reaction to that.
Right.
If it was me and my husband, or me and anyone. You know, you think you're going to rise to the occasion, but what do they say? You rise to your level of training.
That's it. To your level of knowledge, your level of training. And this was the first time that she had done anything like this. And as you see from the two ladies before and this lady here, that once again, I think we had a total of 4 or 5 ladies in our class this past weekend. But it's all ages, all sizes, all shapes, all everything. I mean, you train as you are. If you want the knowledge, go out there and get it. And I thought she did a really good job. She stayed calm. And of course, I already got to know her personality because this was our second day that we've been training, and it was at the end of the day. So I already knew kind of how to talk with her, that, you know, keep everything on the down low and just work her through it. And she did a great job. She knew halfway into it that she had the tourniquet where it wasn't going to work. You know, she couldn't get to the T to tighten it down. She figured it out. So we just worked it through, and I thought she did a fantastic job of her adrenaline going through the roof and working through that little scenario of what to do if you come upon something like that. So anyway, that's just something that we do. Yeah, that's cool.
Incredible. And you know, you said you're not one of the instructors or one of the coaches, but you were coaching her so well. I just think you just have that calm voice, that encouraging.
Oh, thank you.
I just know from training in other areas that for her to now have that in her, right? It'll play back for her.
It's in her files.
It is in her files.
It's in her files up there, and she'll work through it. You know, it won't be quite as much as a freeze as it could have been before. You know, and especially if she's carrying that, or if it's in her purse, or in her pocket, or in the car, she'll know she's got that. Can get to it, high up, tie it down, and call 911, and that's it, man. Save some lives. Medical is so important, so seek medical.
It is, and why is it such another afterthought for us? You know, we know we need the firearm, we know we need the ammo, we go out to the range, we train.
Yeah.
We think about situational awareness. We don't think about, you know, if you're in an active shooter event, there are going to be injured people that need immediate care.
That's exactly.
That is no less important than being able to be an immediate first responder.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
As far as like a, you know, defender, an immediate defender.
Yeah, I wonder sometimes if we think on this a little backwards, you know, that we're getting some training and pew pew and all that's absolutely fantastic. But let's talk about the pre-assault cues. Let's talk about your soft skills. Let's talk about frames and keeping space and all these things that will avoid possibly having to go to something that is more lethal. You know, what about the non-lethal stuff? So I think it should be hand in hand. And then of course your 911 call, what should you say truly? And then when the police get there, how much should you say? And when do you say, hey, I'd love to cooperate, I'm pretty shaken up, and you know, I think I want an attorney. And then what are your 5 laws of self-defense? So all these things I think should be a part of the training. It should be a whole thing. And then medical, I mean, you're going to need that. I don't know the percentage wise, but 100 times more. You'll need to make sure that you have a tourniquet and some basic medical to save lives. So I think it should be, you know, all complete. Well, the complete combatant, but it should be a complete training thing. You know, so it is live fire, it is soft skills, it is deselection. You know, it is medical, it is laws. So it's all put together.
Absolutely. So, well, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for sharing all of that with us. Now, those filster packs you're talking about, is that something that the Complete Combatant sells?
Yeah, actually, we're setting that up. It's funny, as you speak, we've been working with those for about 3 months now, and we really like them. We think that it is easy to deploy. You can actually, and once again, I'm not a rep, so please don't get me wrong. This is all just basic information of what I see. But you can put them on a backpack, you can put it on your belt, you can put it wherever you want. So it's easy deployment, and as long as you practice with it, you'll be able to get to it so much quicker. It's just fantastic. And they've got these little tabs that just pull off, and it just comes out, and boom, there you are. You're using it. So
inside is more than that tourniquet that she. Or?
Yeah, it's two different actually things. The flat pack itself is from Filster, and that's going to be one part of your equipment. And then separately, you would buy the soft tee or also the cat. It's specifically made for that you would buy. I guess you could put something else in it, but I think that's what it's mainly used for. So that's what we have. And so it's two separate things, but we love it. So we are. So as of yesterday, I sent out an email to John over at Filster and said, hey, we're ready to sell this. So it won't be higher, it won't be lower, it'll just be regular, whatever the normal cost is. But what we like is that we'll be able to offer it to our students.
Yeah.
After they've worked with it for a day. And if you like it, pick it up right here and there, it's yours. If not, no worries. That's your call. But we like it well enough that we're going to offer it to our students now. So
that's awesome. Well, Shelley Leader-Hill of the Complete Combatant, thank you so much again for being here, and just tell folks once again how they can reach out and connect with you and Brian.
Sure. First of all, Cheryl, thank you so much for having me on here. I mean, this has been, it's just a blast, and being able to talk with you, who, once again, I feel like you were kind of a founder with us for the Women's Meet and Mingle, but to have me on and talk about this stuff is just empowering for our women in our community. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can get us at the Complete Combatant, which is www.thecompletet combatant, combatant.com.
I love it. Phonetically correct and everything.
You got it.
Thanks again so much. We'll definitely be having you back on soon, because we've already got like 5 different shows worth of information that I know you and I want to talk about and share with everybody.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Thank
have
you.
a wonderful, hot and humid day.
Exactly. Bye, dear.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.